In a quiet village in Enugu, Nigeria, called Imachekwa village, where the cocks crew welcomed the dawn and the morning mist danced above red dusty roads, there lived a young woman named Charity. She was innocent, hopeful, and full of dreams. Each sunrise, she would sit on a small wooden stool beside her mud roof home, her chin resting in her palms, watching the silver birds fly overhead. Airplanes. To her, they were symbols of freedom. She would whisper softly, "One day, that will be me. One day, I'll see the world beyond these clouds." Her father would laugh gently as he wove baskets under the mango tree. "Charity," he would say, "these city dreams of yours will make you forget your roots." But Charity would smile, the corners of her eyes glowing with determination. "Papa, I just want to make life better for us." She was the pride of her village, the first girl to graduate from university. They called her our scholar. The old women in the market would point at her and say, "That's the one who will change this village." So when the letter came, that long-awaited visa, the whole village erupted in celebration. Drums echoed across the fields. Women tied colorful wrappers and danced with joy. Men poured palm wine into calabashes and lifted them high. Even the elders, who rarely left their huts, came out smiling as Charity walked toward the bus stop, dragging her small box, her entire world packed into one bag. Children followed behind her, singing her name. "Aunty Charity, bring chocolate for us," they shouted. Her mother stood by the roadside, tears streaming down her face. She hugged her daughter tightly. "Remember who you are, my daughter," she whispered. "Don't forget where you came from." Charity smiled through her own tears. "I'll make you proud, Mama. I promise." The bus engine roared to life. The crowd cheered. Charity waved from the window as the sound of drums faded into the distance. But what she didn't know was that not every green pasture is truly green. Charity had worked hard for years. She graduated top of her class in sociology, but no job came. Months turned into years of frustration. She knocked on countless doors, schools, banks, offices, but each rejection was like a blow to her spirit. Still, she smiled. Still, she hoped. Then one day, at a small roadside cafe with flickering lights and the smell of roasted corn in the air, Charity scrolled through her Facebook messages. And there it was, a message that would change everything. It was from Aunty Beatrice, an old family friend who had moved to Milan in Italy long ago. "My dear Charity," the message read, "I heard you finished university. I'm proud of you. I own a restaurant in Milan, Italy. I need a smart, hardworking girl like you. I can help you come here and start a better life." Charity's heart skipped a beat. They spoke over a video call that night. Beatrice looked beautiful and sophisticated, gold earrings, sleek hair, a confident smile. She spoke with a foreign accent, every word dripping with promise. "You'll work in my restaurant," she said sweetly. "I'll pay for your visa, your flight, and your accommodation. You'll earn good money and send some home to your parents. Trust me, my dear, your life will change." Charity could already see it, bright lights, big cities, her parents smiling as she sent money home. Her father frowned. "Who will pay for all this?" "Nothing in this world is free," he warned. "Don't worry, Papa," she replied. "Aunty Beatrice said she'll handle everything. I'll just work for her to pay back later." Her mother looked uneasy. She had seen those sad stories on television, girls who went abroad and never returned. But Charity's hope drowned out her fear. To help her prepare, her mother sold her last piece of gold jewelry, a wedding gift from decades ago. Neighbors contributed what little they could. Even the village pastor laid hands on Charity's passport and prayed, "You shall find favor in foreign lands." The night before her flight, Charity couldn't sleep. She packed and unpacked her bag 3 times. She put on her best dress and practiced saying, "Good morning" in a foreign accent, laughing at herself. At dawn, she sat outside watching the sunrise, her heart full of dreams. At the airport, her mother wept openly. "Don't forget home, my child." "Never, Mama," Charity whispered. "I'll make you proud." The plane took off. She pressed her forehead to the window as the clouds swallowed her village. She smiled, whispering, "It's happening." When the plane landed, the air felt strange, cold and heavy. Snowflakes fell softly, melting on her dark skin. Charity shivered. Everything looked different, the people, the buildings, the silence. Then she saw Aunty Beatrice waiting beside a black car. She wore dark sunglasses though the sky was grey. "Auntie!" Charity cried, running toward her. Beatrice gave a quick hug and a tight smile. "You'll rest tonight," she said. "Tomorrow, we start work." Charity smiled gratefully. "Thank you, Auntie. I can't wait." But the next morning, her dreams began to crumble. Beatrice handed her a short red dress, high heels, and a bag of makeup. "Wear this," she said coldly. Charity frowned. "Auntie, I don't understand. What kind of restaurant is this?" Beatrice's expression hardened. "You do what I tell you. You owe me. Visa, flight, food, housing, all of it. You'll work to pay me back." "Auntie, I can't." The slap came without warning. "Don't call me auntie again," Beatrice hissed. "You belong to me now." The door slammed. The lock clicked. Charity was trapped. Her phone was gone. Her passport, taken. The small room was dark and cold. That night, she cried silently, her dreams shattering into pieces. "Mama," she whispered, "I'm sorry." Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. Charity was forced into work she never agreed to. Each refusal brought pain. Each protest brought hunger. They told her she owed 25,000 euros. "Until you pay me back," Beatrice would smile in a mocking manner, "you're mine." Charity forgot what sunlight felt like. Sometimes, she would press her palm against the cold window and whisper to the stars, "Mama, please pray for me." But one night, fate turned. A man came, quiet, observant, not like the others. He was an undercover police officer investigating a trafficking ring. He noticed Charity's trembling hands. Her eyes begged for help. "Are you okay?" he whispered. Fear froze her tongue. Beatrice's guards were close. But something inside her, something small, brave, and burning, said, "This is your chance. Please, help me," she whispered. That whisper changed everything. Moments later, sirens wailed outside. Doors burst open. Officers stormed in. Beatrice screamed as they dragged her away in handcuffs. Charity and several girls were led out into the cold night, shivering, barefoot, but free. For the first time in months, she felt sunlight the next morning. It warmed her face like a mother's embrace. She fell to her knees and wept. Freedom was sweet, but healing took time. The nightmares didn't stop immediately. She'd wake up crying, hearing Beatrice's voice in her dreams. But every day, the pain grew smaller. At a rehabilitation home, Charity met other women like her, girls who had chased dreams and found chains. They cried together, laughed together, and slowly began to heal. Charity learned tailoring, public speaking, and business management. Her mentor often told her, "Your story can save others. Don't hide it, tell it." At first, she refused. She didn't want pity. But one day, she stood in front of a group of students and shared her story. Her voice trembled, but her truth was powerful. When she finished, the room was silent. Then one person clapped. Then another. Until the whole hall echoed with applause. Someone recorded it and posted it online. Within days, her story went viral. People across Nigeria began calling her the girl who found freedom. Charity received hundreds of messages from mothers, daughters, and young women saying her story made them think twice before chasing greener pastures. For the first time, she realized her pain had a purpose. Years later, Charity returned home. The same red soil. The same laughter of children. But she was no longer the girl who dreamed under the palm trees, she was a woman of strength. Where her father's old hut once stood, a new building rose, painted white with a green sign, Green Pastures Foundation. She had used donations and grants to build a training center for young women, a place to learn real skills, find real opportunities, and dream without fear. The day of the grand opening felt like a festival once more. Drums pounded. Children danced. Elders smiled proudly. Charity's mother stood beside her, tears shining in her eyes. Charity stepped to the microphone and spoke softly, her voice steady. Greener pastures are not abroad, she said. They are wherever you plant your seed and water it with courage. The crowd erupted in applause. Her mother hugged her tightly. You have made us proud, my daughter. You have made us proud. As the sun dipped behind the palm trees, Charity looked up at the same sky she once dreamed of escaping. She smiled. She had finally flown beyond the clouds, not by leaving home, but by finding her purpose within it. Because sometimes, what glitters abroad is not gold. And what you run away from might just be the soil of your true greatness. Not every open door leads to destiny, some lead to darkness disguised as opportunity. But if your heart stays pure, and your courage unbroken, you will find your true pasture, right where you stand. If Charity's story touched your heart, share it. Someone out there might be chasing a dream that could destroy them.